pretty sad on how this hat came out. I ordered it, and it's kind of big. It's kind of large. I don't know if it's just my eyes or like, I don't know. I was pretty disappointed. I wish it was smaller. Anyway, let's get right into the video. Okay, so we're gonna be playing Symbiotic Love, which yes, I know sounds a little sus, and there's a little blood on the bottom, but hey, that's fine. It's fine. You never know. These could be fun. These are always the best. Give me the. As I was saying, these are always the best. Anyway, these are all I play, just like these love rom-com things. For some reason, I'm always drawn to them. I have no idea why. My love life is impetuous. I don't know what impetuous means, but.
看见了他的死亡，在那个
Oh shit, that's
告
blood.
白的地方，在那个暧昧的时段，
I'll just let you guys read it.
橘色的灯光温暖着不再跳动的心房，和某种欣慰的明朗肆意纠缠。那片触目惊心的明朗，殷红本该只存在于舞台之上。脖子上重演着他死去时的痛感，逆流而上的血液呛入喉管，铁锈的滋味。 是否来自他手中的那把寒光？还有什么夹杂着未知恐惧的东西，在我的眼眶中生长？神经变成根基，从身体里汲取营养。眼球脱落，头皮战裂。 无力抵抗的我，眼睁睁看着拥落在枕边的眼球看着不去不渝的花儿，然后突然，一切就结束了。
I did not expect it to be this graphic. If I'm being honest, I thought it was gonna be a love story. This was once a film with such a quote. What's lost is lost. The only thing you can do is to never forget. Oh, okay. No idea where we're at, but you know, I don't care. What melodramatic nonsense. I used to think. If we ever forget what was precious, then aren't we denying it ever happened? However, no matter how unimpressed I am, I still watch that director's films. Just like no matter how reluctant I am to come to school, I still return. Return to a place where I lost someone precious to me, and let those memories, like needles, puncture my body. Kinky. I mean, not kinky. Sad. I switched to Jizuo's desk after getting the teacher's permission. It's only when I'm sitting here do I feel like she's still beside me. Jian Yu would often joke that this seat is reserved for the protagonist in an anime. Now she's staring at me with red swollen eyes as if she's about to cry. I walk past. I cannot say these names. Kingwei, who's sitting in the front row. She briefly glances at me before averting her eyes. You know, I'm not good with names in English. What is Chinese or? I know this isn't Japanese. The names aren't Japanese, and I'm pretty sure the language when they were talking in the beginning wasn't Japanese. I studied a little bit of it. Jinwei's lips quiver as I sit. She wants to say something, but remains silent upon hearing the homeroom teacher's voice. The homeroom teacher doesn't explain what happened to Jizuo, only that she will no longer be attending. But Jinwei and Qingwei and I know she has passed on. So please, don't discuss this anymore. It's time to prepare for exams.
子画，你相信子梭真的是自杀的吗？
I don't know how to answer her.
我不信。那我们，但那又能怎样呢？我们可以做点什么？也许。
Her voice trails off until there's only silence.
是吗？你也说了，只是也许。
I sit up straight as the homeroom teacher explains the math test. However, nothing enters my ears. I dare not to look at Jianwei, fearing that she's doing so would send me to tears.
子画，
Enough. Just when she's about to continue, Qingwei, who's sitting in the front of me, stops her with a groan.
可是，千羽，够了。
Really, it's enough. I mildly raise my head. My eyes keep blinking, resisting the tears that are about to spill from my eyes. Now, only the homeroom teacher's voice can be heard. I sneak a glance at Jinwei. Jinyu? Her head is lowered, both her hands are pressed on her thighs, and her body is mildly shivering.
千羽，对不起。
A sudden outburst catches everyone's attention. Some are confused, like me, while others are frowning, like the homeroom teacher. But everybody remains silent, as they wait for Jinyu to explain herself.
你们难道就一点都不伤心吗？
Oh no. I can't with public outbursts. Sadness doesn't need to be shown on our faces. Nobody has time to care about our feelings. In the end, you just end up as nothing but trouble. If putting on a poker face is a sign of maturity, then I've obviously failed. Same for Qingwei. Even so for Janyu. I'm so bad with names. I'm butchering all of these names, I swear. Jinyu annoyingly glares at Qingwei, and as she returns to her seat after being made to stand outside the classroom for the rest of class. But Qingwei only lowers her head to do her homework. She sends her fists in the air, then throws another punch at me with a vicious glare. I smile bitterly and pretend not to notice, tilting my head out the window.
我要和你们绝交！
While this is a girls' school, the classroom is very noisy during breaks. Rather, it's precisely because this is a girls' school. But I still heard her, Qingwei's shoulders jerking a little, but she keeps doing her homework, as if nothing happened. I'm not worried about her announcement that sounded more like throwing a fit. All it takes to win her over is a comic book or dessert. Now though, she's in a rage. It's better to wait before we calm her down. The silence between us lasts for the whole break. This would have been unthinkable 4 days ago. Maybe it's because we're missing one crucial puzzle piece. We used to be an intimate group before. How did it become like this? If Jisuo were here, we're still here, what would she think?
子梭，如果死去的人是我，
I really did butcher
你
it.
又会怎么办呢？
Jisuo. Just as I snap out of my reverie, the homeroom teacher returns to the classroom and continues to explain the math test. Wow. We have a doubled session of math on Wednesday morning. Ah, crap. Jinyu, who's usually a chatterbox, stays obediently quiet. There was a few times she wanted to speak to us, but she held back when she recalled her announcement. Qingwei is leaning on her desk and has been working on her homework all day. Maybe she went to the bathroom while I bought lunch for her, but she hasn't touched her lunch at all. As for me, I seem to have returned to what I was like before I met them.
放学了，你们两个到底走不走啊？
Jianyu is the first to lose her patience, reneging on her announcement. Having spaced out for the whole day, I only now realize that we're the only ones left in the classroom. Kingwei finally looks at us. Her eyes are even redder than Jinyu's, and I'm not sure how many tears she has shed since Jisu's death. I'm unable to shed a tear anymore.
你们先回去吧，我想再待一会儿。可是，班主任不是说了，现在不准留校了吗？没事，我会在巡查老师来之前回去的。哦，千羽，就依请我的吧，我们先回去。
Jinyu still wants to say something, but she obliges and picks up her bag.
谢谢，不客气。
Kingwei musters a smile. I can't think of a reply, so I pat Jinyu's hands.
走吧。
I feel something on the hem of my dress as I walk past Kingwei's desk. I turn around, finding Kingwei gripping onto my dress. She gives me a serious look. She probably wants to speak to me in private, but how do we shake off Jinyu?
怎么了？
After taking a few steps, Jinyu realizes I'm not following her and turns around. I cover Kingwei's hands with my body, so she doesn't notice.
对了，班主任之前帮我整理课本时，有一本忘在办公室了，我得过去拿。那我陪你一起去。不用了，他也许还会跟我说一大堆。哦。
She's probably not convinced, but I'm not used to lying, and I couldn't think of anything else.
你上午才被他赶出去罚站，要是现在让他看到你，指不定还要怎么念你。
Kingwei's warning seems effective. Jinwei looks uneasy and starts fiddling her fingers.
要不，钱宇你先回去吧。可是，听话。
Be greedy girl. I'll bring some pudding for you tomorrow. Goddamn.
好吧，那我先走了。路上小心。
Kingwei finally lets go of me after Jinwei leaves. I place my school bag on the chair in front of her desk, waiting for her to speak.
谢谢你啊，子。你刚刚已经道过谢了。我是说午饭的事，我把钱还给你。不用了。 本来就是我自作主张买来的。
Obviously, this isn't why she asked me to stay behind, but she suddenly goes quiet.
你特意让我留下来，应该不只是为了道谢吧？其实我有件事想问你。什么事情？很难开口吗？子画，我们是朋友吧？当然了，我们不一直都是朋友吗？ 那你老实回答我，子缩的死和你有没有关系？我不明白，我不明白你的意思，秦伟。
Oh shit！
你是在说，子缩的死是我造成的吗？是。
A heartbreak is when you finally pull yourself out. Something. How many days has it been? It's been 4 days since Jisuo passed away. I'm not sure if it's past midnight yet, so it might already be the 5th day. It's like this every night. Whenever I'm alone and close my eyes, I can't help but cry as if I want to get rid of every drop of water inside my body. The folly of humans is to have good memories. If we can forget everything and live each day as a new beginning, how good would that be? I still remember the terrible expression on Kingwei's face when she interrogated me. How ironic to be seen as the culprit behind my dearest love's death. I cannot help but shake my head as I put my homework into a folder. However, August 31st, 2005, Wednesday. It's the last day of August. The lycris are dotted along the garden's path. They're beautiful flowers, but they have such an intimidating alias. I don't like the meaning it has in other countries because it's just too sad. In China, they merely symbolize elegance and purity, just like her. She, who I'm meeting again after all these years, season of reunion bloom with the lyrics? The love? Lyrics? A few pieces of colored paper catch my eyes.
之前拿试卷出来时就有吗？
Curiously, I take out the colored paper, then tears begin to spill. This is Jiswo's handwriting, an excerpt from her diary. Whoa, did I kill her? She was being a bit. August 31st, 2005, Wednesday. It's the last day of August. The licorice are dotted along the garden's path. They're beautiful flowers. Oh, fuck, I just read this. Why did I read it? I don't like the meaning it has in other countries because it's just too sad. In China, they merely symbolize elegance and purity. Just like her. She who I'm meeting again after all these years. Autumn is the season for reunion. Inside a school blooming with the licorice. Oh, that's what it said. I guess my tears smudged up the paper. Whenever school starts, the newspaper headlines always read, "Student jubilantly welcome the new semester." I'm not sure whether the reporter had ever jubilantly welcomed their school years, but to the best of my knowledge, not many students feel that way. As a student, we'd probably only be jubilant when the holidays come. I was a bit disgruntled that school would begin tomorrow, but I still had to go. I'm a student, after all.
反正也就高三最后一年了，到了大学至少比高中要轻松。
I headed back to the school today to collect my net. Supposedly, it's still summer break.
真是的，为什么只是领书也要穿校服啊？
It took me forever to get to school. I couldn't help but whine. While the city feels like spring throughout the year, it's summer now. My head was spinning from the heat as I walked to school.
虽说校服的确很漂亮。
Ligwa's girls' school, the high school I attend, is the only all-girls high school in the city. Compared to the blue and white standard uniforms that other schools have, ours is pretty, like those in the movies. But the cost of being pretty is that whenever you pass through the school gates, you must wear your school uniform. So the pretty clothes you bought can only be worn on the weekends. I guess you can't have it all. But those worries are all reserved for the rich. Daughters, not for me. I'm a special student who was admitted due to my exam scores. My family lacked the money to buy new clothes.
大小姐和庶民吗？
I couldn't help but laugh bitterly when I recalled how others referred to us. However, could they discriminate us like that? Speaking of lingua, one cannot fail to mention the garden that covers nearly half of the campus. You can't help but wonder whether the school's nurturing the ladies like flowers, or they're cherishing the flowers like ladies. Lingua implicitly means listening to the flowers. Every season, a specific flower is chosen as the season's student's topic, which students need to research. This is what makes our school stand out from others. The summer breaks study topics is the licorice. But what the hell's a licorice? That blooming out. I guess it's the flower, but goddamn, make it an easier name. Before I went to collect my textbooks, I headed to the shade behind the greenhouse to look at the licorice. They were currently blooming. Goddamn licorice. Licorice! Ah! Goodness me, I really do need to get a mic. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Phone camera decided to die, so I can't really continue the rest of it, which is why I probably need a webcam, but I don't even know how to start with that. Anyway, make sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe for more videos just like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.